This month holds the anniversaries of many nuclear disasters. Today we will look back on 3 devastating disasters that changed our outlook on nuclear power. We will be looking at Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, and Fukushima. The first of many to come nuclear disasters was the 3 Mile Island meltdown in Pennsylvania. On March 28, 1979, the reactor's cooling system malfunctioned, which led to part of their number 2 reactor to melt. No injuries or health effects were caused by the incident. The only reason that no health problems occurred was because the plant had air filters that minimized the exposure of the radiation to slim to none.
On April 26, 1986, Ukraine experienced one of the worst nuclear catastrophes in history. This is Chernobyl before the incident. Laughter filled the air in the small town filled with factory workers' families. Danger always lurked around Chernobyl with the threat of a nuclear meltdown, but many underestimated its power to destroy everything that they have.
Workers had their breakfast and said goodbye to their families, just as they normally did every other workday, not knowing what they would face when they got to work. A problematic nuclear reactor had a steam explosion, and the fires caused by that explosion released 5% of the reactor's radiation into the air. 2 workers immediately died due to severe trauma and radiation exposure. 56 people later died due to acute radiation poisoning and other reasons relating to the disaster. 300,000 people evacuated the town permanently.
The government launched a full thorough investigation of the factory, which led to the finding of the inadequately trained workers and lack of safety in the factory. Chernobyl's reactor number 4 was completely destroyed, leaving the radioactive remains in the town, which resulted to the 19-mile exclusion zone. To this day, the exclusion zone is still dangerous, and only a handful of people inhabit the zone. Chernobyl still has effects on Ukraine today. As of recently, a study showed that they anticipate 10,000 more people to die from cancer resulting from the remaining radiation. In March of 2011, as everyone knows, there was a horrible earthquake in Japan. The earthquake, with a 7.2 magnitude, caused a 15-meter tsunami that disabled the power supply and cooling system to Fukushima's nuclear power plant. It took about 2 weeks to stabilize all 3 reactors because they were so damaged. The government evacuated 100,000 people, and majority has not returned due to the worry of contaminated water. These nuclear disasters have opened our eyes to the dangers of anything nuclear. The possibility of any of these situations happening again is frightening. Workers and factories should all be up to date on training and safety.
There is a house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls, and window sills, tables and chairs warmed by all of the dust. This is a place where I don't feel this is a place where I feel at home. I built a home for you, for me. tree as old as me. Branches were sold by the color of green. The ground had rose then past its knees. By the cracks of his skin I climbed to the dawn. I climbed the tree